Junker, Wand of Endure Elements, some poison, a Ring of Protection +1, and a Wormfang Amulet, which is going on his familiar. So his familiar's attacks are now considered magical
Nice.
without casting any spells.
That's good. That's nice.
That was the amulet that you found on the slurk. That frog thing you killed.
All right, gargoyles. Next time we see you.
Yeah. I was sort of worried about the gargoyle encounter. Like I'm like, if they
so was I, especially with the one with SR. I'm like, oh fuck.
like if they don't use these magic items and only half of you did, I'm like, it's gonna go rough. You're fine. Yeah, it's all good. You can put it back in. Alistair is fine for now, getting kind of the short end of the stick because he just recently got his gear.
Yeah.
And you guys are staring at more wealth than all of your characters probably have ever had.
Yep.
Chagga gets the feather token of an anchor, blessed bandage, some potions, a scroll of magic circle against evil, the ring of protection +2, and the giant cup. Some neat stuff there. This is treasure. And then you've got a new sell item. I have offline added up all the treasure together.
It was a lot of treasure for like.
You guys are guessing not including the adamantine armor, the gold breastplate, the manual of war, and the snail shell. You guys need at least 16 person days to sell your goods on the market. So that would be 4 of you in a 5-day downtime block, all kind of like going to the market to sell.
Yeah.
I am going to do a quick calculation of XP just to see if there's leveling involved with this.
Oh,
so tonight you defeated 2 heavily armed doppelgangers, and you saw through a magical wall illusion. You encountered a lich and figured out what was going on there. There was a trap on the door that you avoided and successfully taking the tower. Yeah.
Where's that put us?
Game log. So far tonight, you've got 1900 XP. You're at 10,700.
I have no idea where that puts
and you
us.
need 11,250 for third and 21,000 for fourth. So no, you'll be third for a while.
Sad.
Yeah, we'll call this 4A, like the beginning of the night. So no, you're not at your level yet.
Okay.
But you've got some good gear, and it's basically you're trying to pay off
your first 3 levels.
Yeah, your first 3 levels, and also Gestalt. We're on a much slower progression because you have Gestalt.
Yep. We'd be dead without it. So
okay. So are you just settling into the tower as much as you can with a lich in the basement?
Yeah. We're gonna make some purchases to make ourselves comfortable, like new mattresses.
Chagga claims bedroom A, which is the one with the functioning bed.
It's fine. I'm claiming storage A because
the one with the frame of the bed that you could put.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
All right. The rats will stay in the storage. They're fine.
No, you know what? He's not claiming that. He's going to let the both of them are staying in storage. All right. Well, in that case, he will take it.
Yep. Alistair.
He's in. You can have storage B.
Okay. You hear him running barefoot around the department in the middle of the night. He doesn't go to bed when you're told.
Yeah. I also picture like Junker like putting out a tripwire after a few turns, what the just to watch him fall.
All right. You can lock the front door at night, so you don't
Yeah.
need to have a guard if you don't want to.
No. Right. For the first little bit, we're going to rely on one, the dead bodies out the front of the place to warn people off.
Yeah.
And two, just the reputation of the place to keep people away.
Okay.
At least until we start selling goods, and then it's going to be, we're going to have to start setting a guard because people are going to notice that we've got wealth.
All right. There are several things that you haven't played with yet that I want to do as scenes or in character.
Yep.
One is the ring.
All right.
And like fiddling around with the flame of the tower. Like you need to somehow light the tower ablaze to make the summoning work.
Okay.
You haven't figured that out yet. That's what Chagga said, and the ring has something to do with the way that the tower is aligned. You don't know how to align the tower yet. Two would be there's a nighttime encounter, and then if you guys are going to poke around at the lich, this is not this is not something you do in downtime. It'll trigger events if you decide to do that. I'm just going to take a quick bio break as I've had a lot of caffeine.
All right, and I do the same actually. All right, stream, just stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Okay, Barnabas. We're gonna say it's the first night that you guys are there.
Oh, yay.
You know what? There are actually rules for this, and it's random. Give me 1 second. Hmm. Okay. First night you're there, it's rather uncomfortable sleep. It's kind of like a bed frame with no mattress. You did find the party kind of fought over like a few pillows. You've got your backpack as a pillow and some of your gear around the bedroom. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to furnish this place if you're going to stay here longer than a night.
All right.
Um, Barnabas, here. At one point, you had fallen asleep, and then you thought you heard something, like a voice.
All right. He gets up,
Okay.
lights up.
You don't even have to look out. You just get the sense that it is really early, just by the way that you feel. Maybe it was the stress of the battle and or all the physical labor that you've been doing. Uh, you, you you have a quiet you heard a voice, but yeah, your thoughts sort of rush through a bunch of things, and you can't imagine the others are awake.
His first thought is Alistair's fucking around.
Okay.
But he does find like a little candle and just actually cast light on it instead of lighting the candle.
Light floods the bedroom chamber. You thought you heard some whispering,
Someone there.
like whispering receding from your light.
Steps out into the hall.
Okay.
Just looking around.
There. I don't know if these are windows or not.
I couldn't. I'm guessing they are because I think the.
Yeah. These gray areas are windows, aren't they? Yep. So there's like beautiful vista of.
This place is awesome.
Yeah. It's this area on the tower right here. Yeah. You step out and you can see there's. Yeah, it's really early morning. There's a fog. I'm not going to tell you what season it is because I want to leave the syncing of the two parties. It's not winter basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The windows are a little bit smudged. They can kind of be cleaned. They're not modern windows. You actually think there might be enchantment on the windows themselves from your searches yesterday. Like they've been turned into like glass steel.
That's cool.
But yeah, you were looking out into Foundry, and this is before even like 6 o'clock. It's twilight right now.
All right, there's someone there. He kills the light spell.
Okay.
You're something to say. Say it.
You can hear it kind of coming from, towards out where Alistair is.
He'll try to sneak towards where Alistair is.
Yep. The whispers recede a little bit. You see Alistair just sleeping like a baby. He is
So I feel like,
sucking his thumb.
oh, look at little monster.
Alistair is curled up in what looks like some of like a tapestry that he found. He kind of
Okay.
smushed it up and so that it's got a bit of a bump for a pillow, and he's sleeping on it. And he looks like he doesn't have a care in the world. His stuff is just strewn all around the room. Like if you ever wanted to look at his equipment, it's
all there.
It's all there. He's got a light pick, masterwork, a masterwork kukri, a masterwork small dagger, the light crossbow you guys gave him. He's got bolts, both normal and cold iron. He's got a backpack, a belt, a blanket, a small grappling hook with 50 foot of silk rope, a water skin, some trail rations, which are all eaten and open, and his wand and a few potions in a bag nearby. He's not sleeping in his armor. That's just sort of draped over a chair. He is sleeping with his circlet on, though. And you do see that he does have an amulet. You didn't see this thing before, but you're getting a good look at it now.
Knowledge. Nobility?
Nobility, yeah.
I think this one's a +10, but I best double check. +12. I am going to use, I think, my last inspiration.
No, you don't need to.
Nope.
You were indentured to this family. You'd recognize this sigil anywhere.
Earncaster.
Yeah.
All right.
The amulet is of a quality that it could be enchanted. You may have found the source of his hide from undead.
Detect magic.
Mm-hmm. The things that are magical in the room include the amulet, his wand and a couple of potions, and the crossbow you guys gave him.
All right, then.
His shirt and his shield are both masterwork mithril weapon, like armor. Like this is stuff that he probably would want to get enchanted.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Let's just see if he hears you. No, he doesn't have perception as a class skill, so he didn't put any ranks in it. I think sleeping's -5.
I think it'd be -10.
Yeah, he doesn't hear you 10 feet away casting spells. Even he turns over in his sleep and he stops sucking his thumb and he's just
I don't see anything like demons whispering in his ear.
No. The whispering receded further down the curved hall.
All right, Barnabas is gonna follow it.
Okay. You end up going downstairs. Your heart skips a step as you're estimating as you're coming down the steps, like you are 3 feet away from a lich.
He's actually at some point going to take some chalk and just like mark an X like lich here, just so he knows not to touch that spot.
Okay. Whatever it was, you don't hear it anymore.
Okay. He'll go back up to bed.
Okay.
Drink a glass of wine and go to bed, I guess.
Yeah, you found a bottle of port and you're like, drink from that. You're like, fuck it. Cork it back up and you get some sleep. It is the others that morning that end up kind of waking you up. Alistair and the two rats are fighting over something.
Okay. All right, what's going on?
They took it
from me!
We had this pillow.
Alistair's got a pillow in his hands. He's lying. He did not have the pillow last night.
You didn't have a pillow last night. What the fuck you... Gonna go get stuff today.
What do you mean, get stuff?
What, you want to sleep on the floor the rest of your time here?
Nothing wrong with sleeping on the floor. It's good for your back. Tell that
What?
to the rats. Give us the pillow.
Give him back the pillow.
Nah,
He tosses it in the ground.
don't want it anyways.
Ghost picks it up and tosses it to Junker. Junker goes and puts the pillow back in their room. How did you sleep, Barnabus?
Not too well, to be honest.
Oh, I slept quite well. In familiar chambers, I spent a couple of months here with Lars. I did not know about the dungeon. I also did not know that he was into becoming a lich. He was quite befuddled at first by my mind powers, but we soon figured it out.
Right, you didn't hear any whispering, nothing like that last night, did you?
No. The two.
Oh, it's probably just the wind.
A ghost gives you a little tilt of his head.
What, did you hear something?
He shrugs.
All right.
He did kind of react differently than Junker and the others when you mentioned whispering. Like he may have known what you were talking about.
All right. Fuck, I slept like shit last night. All right, let's get to selling our things.
Oh, some shopping.
Well, selling first, then the shopping comes.
All right. I was thinking, lying in the bed last night, thinking I would really like to craft something out of that, the shell of that snail. If it could do weird things to spells, imagine if you could craft it into a fashionable tower shield.
All right, fine. If it's something you think you can do.
Well, no, I can't craft it. I don't have the stamina for it. However, I'm sure others could. Money first, though.
Right.
I think converting some of our goods into cold, hard cash is not a bad idea. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the markets of the Southwall district. It has been some time, and many things have, well, changed.
Well, from what I know, which is 16, knowledge local.
Yep.
Best place to go to sell this stuff. Depends. I guess depends on the item.
Yeah. So let's see. You're a little bit nervous about dealing with the hobs. There are a lot of them in the foreign market. The guys who get their jollies on by watching or taking part in execution of people are probably not the ones that you want to deal with. The Talons, while you've made contact with the gang of the Gargs, the prospect of running into more gargoyles,
no, thank you,
or even the Kenku or the Tengu have a reputation of being like sneak thieves and like being tempted by anything shiny.
Okay.
Which leaves the old stacks. It is a run-down neighborhood, but Barnabas, you're like there might be a few small shops tucked out of the way here and there. It feels like the safest option, especially if you want to be lying low. Lots of people will see you if you go into the foreign market and start spreading money around. The old stacks, at one point there would have been a lot of factory workers. It's kind of a sadder neighborhood, and there may be a few shops still left there.
All right, let's try keeping our profile a bit lower than what you might otherwise might like. Let's go to Old Stack, see what's there. Still some shops there, from what I understand, and less eyes on us.
All right. Might I suggest that we don't bring all of our wealth with us?
No, some of this stuff will just kind of describe it. See, like the armor.
Well, no, there's no point in bringing all of our money, so to speak, if we're simply going to be selling.
Lock. No, we're just locking that in the tower.
Okay.
Who's gonna stay at the tower?
Are you guys going to post a guard at the tower?
Someone should stay at the tower. At the very least, to say this guy stole all our shit.
I'll stay at the tower.
Yeah, no, not you.
Why not?
Well, you stole a pillow.
Yes, likely we shouldn't bring him to any of the shops.
We'll stay. We'll guard wealth. You two humans go out and sell.
Right.
You humans get better deal.
He's speaking. Ghost is looking up at Barnabas.
Humans will like your teeth better than ours.
This is Old Stack. Let's hope there's not a lot of teeth they want. Alright, Chagga, let's go.
Oh, is that why you were eager to work with us?
Yeah, well. Also, more people to get stabbed.
Yeah, more torsos do make less stabbing.
Okay. What type of goods are you bringing out into the city today? You've got a couple thousand gold pieces worth of armors. You've got 12,000 gold pieces worth of magic weapons. And about 4,000 gold pieces worth of miscellaneous jewelry and gems. You're muted, Murph.
Let's start with the jewelry and gems. We can throw that in a backpack.
Okay.
That's a lot to sell anyway, so we'll just start with that.
All right. Who ended up appraising this bag?
I'm
stuff.
Guessing Barnabas, but I'm willing to see if anyone else has appraise.
Let's have a look here.
+9 for Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost could have helped.
Ghost is. I didn't realize Ghost was smart as hell. Oh.
Junker is.
Oh, you got the. Those appraise is a bit hard.
Junker's got +7, so Junker can aid. He does.
Okay, Barnabas has +9.
Chagga's got +5. He will aid a bit.
And Ghost has Ghost ought to be +8, so can probably aid as well.
Okay. He doesn't roll 1. That's 3 aids. You do have a one-time use item that grants you a +5. I don't know if you're using that now.
This is a decent time to use it because there's a lot of gear to.
Okay, so you use the.
I'm at +20 now.
Psychic circle.
Yeah.
Or the psychic shard.
Yeah. So we got a 33.
All right, you are pretty accurate down to like the gold piece for each item, in how much wealth is there. The choicest piece would be the platinum holy symbol of the five-faced god. Is worth 500 gold pieces, and there are lots of people who would buy it. You probably don't want to sell it directly to a priest, though.
Because where did you get that?
They might have some questions, but it is a prominent religion that people will.
Yeah.
A lot of folk will use their wealth and to craft or buy such things to show that they are a great follower of that god.
Yep, and that's why it's a great thing to sell to a pawn shop.
Okay, you guys set out into the old stacks. This is funny. This is funny right here.
Big metal dwarf. Let's stay away from him. He's all fucked up. Look how angry he is. Fucking wizards, man.
Okay, I'm just going to go to the conversation layer. I'm going to leave your tokens actually in the...
Sure.
I'm going to drag Lloes's. Poor Lloes. He's off flying around on an adventure of his own. Junker and Ghost stay behind. So you taking the kid with you or not?
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on him.
Okay.
No, what? No, the both Junker and Ghost are staying. They can keep an eye on the kid too.
All right. Yeah. What do you make of our new trio of friends, Chagga?
The Nezumi are a force to be reckoned with, no question about that.
Yes, they do operate quite well together. It's like they've been fighting together with each other on the same side for years.
Yeah, no doubt. That rat swarm's just fucking terrifying. Jeez.
And then there were two, I suppose.
Yeah.
I somewhat regret, after spending the last day or so with you, of not spending more time since we were in university. I apologize for that. I am a large enough man to know my mistakes. And he smiles.
These things happen. Barnabus is like, yeah, I know what happened. Wrong family name.
Yep. Barnabus, what did you do to piss off your family so? You ordered something about slugging and Urncaster.
Oh, it goes beyond that. I've been pissing them off for years now. See, I got a thing about I like to know what's what, even if I'm not supposed to know what's what. And I don't like people telling me what's not what and acting like it is what.
Scholar of truth. Wow. You must be a very unpopular.
Hardly. Especially at the university.
There is this little trick that I know. I have learned to keep my hands to myself. I'm able to read auras sometimes of items of significance, not necessarily magical. And Chagga ends up telling you that he's a budding occultist, and he starts talking about psychometry, that he dabbles in hypnotism, phrenology, automatic writing, reading auras, prognostication, and dowsing.
You're spraying that up now.
I mean, I dabble. It's always been my desire to become great at these things, but I found myself spread very thin, trying to survive the next walloping at the hands of my family, plus hiding my abilities.
Well, now
I'm
look,
saying is some of these things can lead to the truths in roundabout ways.
well, now you find yourself free to move yourself in the direction you so desire, as no ass whoopings will be coming from your siblings anymore.
No, apparently
Of course they find us.
Yes. I'd much rather have a posse of my own helping me out. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't think anyone coming through that front door is going to get a very warm welcome from our friends.
No, this lich thing is also concerning. I apologize for dragging you there. Had I known that Lars went mad, I wouldn't have brought you there. It seemed like a good idea at the time, though.
We've got a place to stay, and results were the same. Even better, really. We got the run of the place now.
Yes, as long as no one messes with Lars, or he doesn't escape on his own. That's horrifying. It is a dangerous game we are playing here. One that we will need to come to the bottom of and one day solve, I suppose.
What do you make of the boy?
The boy is rather crude. Perhaps he will improve his demeanor the more he interacts with actual people.
Let's hope.
From what I gather, he was left down there in the dock, forgotten. It appears that our respective families have not treated us very well.
I dare say that's quite true. Someone fucked a hag. You know that, right?
Well, my guess is that hags, with all their charms and shape changing, ended up fucking someone.
Yeah, you just think, right, that somehow you'd know.
Yes. I'm not sure exactly what kind of hag. I'm not too sure if I want to know.
No, I suppose some of them can shape change. Just a horrifying thought. Just horrifying.
I do believe I have shopped here before. Granomir's Arcana shop. Oh, look at that. He spelled it the old way with an extra P and a superfluous E.
Or rather like that.
It's not cursed.
I don't like that.
The last time I came here, let's just say I knocked over 3 things and ended up having to, purchase my way out of it. It's a cramped little shop, if anything has changed, and a very humorless gnome works there. He might recognize me. Perhaps I should wait outside.
Sure.
It's a peculiar-looking building. He's looking up at the steel rose mill.
That's a fucking dump. We lucked out. Come
Better knowledge.
All right, yeah. Barnabas goes in and is careful, I guess, about looking around to make sure he doesn't knock anything over, having been warned.
Yep. There's a magic shop. There are no customers when you come in, and you can see that there is a really, really wretched-looking gnome behind the counter, and he's looking at something like really intricate. He's got some spectacles on.
I'll be with you in a moment. Just my luck. Just when I get into a task, I've got a customer.
Yeah, it must make it really hard to keep a business open with all these customers coming in.
What can I do for you, sir?
I have some items I'd like to sell.
He sees your bag of junk and puts out a cloth.
Arrange them there.
He arranges them in order of value.
Okay. He eyes what you're doing and he licks his lips greedily as he's looking at it.
What did you say your name was?
People call me the Professor.
Professor? Professor of what? Sneak thieving? I've had my fair share of fairies coming in here and trying to pawn their ill-gotten goods.
His eyes betray that he's interested in everything that you've got in front of him. He's going through a little song and dance.
Well, maybe I should sell it to the fairies, and then the fairies could sell it to you, because apparently you prefer to do business with the fairies.
Ah, too many of them these days. Too many indeed. What do we have here?
Some of the loveliest gems you ever did see.
A peculiar-looking sort of stuff. Fossorites, five-faced god, a dragon, this weird thing. Is that unholy water?
Don't judge.
Professor, did you rob a museum before you came here?
And you notice he's like writing down on little scraps of paper, probably the values as he's going through and appraising.
I would never do such a thing. I come across these in a very legitimate way.
I'll give you 2,000 gold coins for the lot.
Where are those fairies that would rob me? Because maybe I'll get a better deal from them.
All right, counter offer then.
5,000.
Fuck yeah. You're gonna make me mad. You're not gonna like me when I'm mad.
I don't like you now, so I don't see as that's going to change things much.
Truth. You don't have many friends, do you?
Very few. The ones I do have a great deal of patience.
Oh, friendship's just another word for betrayal. Another word for disappointment.
Or another word for opportunity.
Yes, we can do business.
Counter offer.
3,000.
4,500.
Too high. Too high.
Tell you what, because I like you.
Oh, do you now?
Another honest man to another. Gnome, that is. 42.50.
$42.
42.25.
He's now writing something on a piece of paper, and he stamps it and collects up all the items, and he agrees. He's not touching your spit, though.
All right, then.
Yeah, he ends up counting out. Let's see. For this quantity, he asks you if you're interested in store credit.
What does he sell?
And if you go to the shops and market,
I gotta do that in the.
there's Granomir's shop, which is absolutely unreadable.
I'll go in this Granomir shop. Oh my god, he's got spectacles of understanding. That's on my want list. You got a spec. I'll take yeah, power second. Bag of holding. Oh, he's got some good stuff. We'll take store credit.
He stops counting out money. He seems pleased with this. Okay, he would exchange.
But you're going to give me a discount on them spectacles.
Why would I give you a discount?
Because otherwise I'll take my money elsewhere.
You just told me you want the spectacles.
Yeah, or I can get them elsewhere.
Give me a bluff.
I'm not a very good bluffer. $11. I'm sure he got that.
Yeah, he's just looking at you.
I'll deduct this from your store credit. Of 4,300.
He gave you like 75 gold.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so you've got store credit of 1,200 gold pieces and spectacles of understanding. Do you need the link to that, or?
No, I've already got it. Like
Okay.
it's literally on my character sheet, but I've got the lines through it because I don't have it yet.
Okay, I have added the money to his shop.
Okay.
How else would you like to spend your 1,200? Or we could just mark this down in my ledger.
I'll put it in the ledger for now. Others will be by for it.
All right, he writes down in this other book, and then he kind of tears off a little piece of paper and
Takes it.
Your receipt.
And it says in scritchy writing, store credit 1,200. It's got his stamp on it, and it says the professor. Like he actually wrote your name in, or like some description in there.
Don't worry, I won't forget you.
You best not. All right. Pleasure doing business, Mr. Granomir.
Okay, give me a perception check or a linguistics check.
I think I'm probably going with linguistics. Second.
And then there's a 1 in 20 chance you bump into something. Nope.
All right, linguistics.
And then the chance that the spectacles are cursed. Nope.
Oh shit! I hadn't even thought of that. All right, so can I do the linguistics check after I put the glasses on?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're putting the glasses on without identifying them.
You can identify them just by.
Okay. 21. There is a really small print on the receipt, but the store credit has a 1 year from the credit date expiry.
He stops, turns around. You fucking little.
He's packing up all the things. He's got a little like you're not going to spend 1,200 gold pieces.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be like.
There is that little.
Realistically, if we brought the whole party, we could probably spend it all right now.
Yep. You're like, oh. Granomir seems pleased with himself. Have a good day, sir, he says to you as you're leaving. Oh, did you knock anything over?
Sort of. I found something I've been looking for quite some time, which unfortunately is going to really bite into my share.
What are they? The glasses that you have on. Oh, I see.
They allow me to read any language I'm looking at, transfers it into something I can understand.
Oh, that would come in very handy.
Especially given what we're going to be doing.
Yes. Sort of a shortcut for actually learning the language yourself.
Exactly.
I wonder if there are any drawbacks of doing that.
Well, you can't speak it.
Oh, yes, I suppose.
That's enough of a drawback. It's an unnamed bonus to linguistics.
Sweet. So you could actually further enchant it by putting on competence
Like a
bonuses.
competence bonus, yeah. Sweet.
Well, I think I've thought of how I'm going to spend some of my share. He says,
Armor, weapon.
"Yes, I wouldn't mind actually getting some muleback cords.
What are Mewback cords?
They allow you to carry quite a lot of things. If I'm going to be wearing heavy armor, I can't be sweating all the time." Chagga's only got like a 14 strength.
Yeah, alright, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, they're rather cheap compared to those, I think. I also, once I have the muleback cords, there wouldn't be anything stopping me from getting a proper suit of full plate. Yes, it will be round, but
I will get it made. If I'm not mistaken, there's an armor shop not far from here.
yes, yes.
Anyway, he's got lots of good stuff in there, so I got some store credit.
Yeah, right, I suppose, as long as you keep track of it.
Well, I've got it. It's in the name of the professor.
Well,
I don't think it's wise us going around spreading our names. At least not you and I.
at least we found someone where we can get rid of a large quantity of materials, supposedly. And he glances at the shop sign again. It's talking about it not cursed, without any too many questions being asked. Does the gnome still run it? The really uncheerful one?
Yeah, I wouldn't call him uncheerful, just obnoxiously honest.
Mark?
Yep.
I'm going to spend a DM point.
Okay.
This is during the downtime of the Steel Rose.
Okay. Downtime.
I am also going to spend a DM point to hand the DM stick to you to figure out which character it is.
Okay. I'm going to take your.
Did you pick up the DM stick? Okay.
There we go. DM stick. It just morphed as it came back to Canada.
Cool. As is tradition.
All right. Oh, shit. What was I doing? All right. Which character of the Steel Rose? No, I'm not going to do Dee Dee. What is wrong with you people? I'm going to make it Dugganschmirf because he's my character, and no one can get mad about what I say about him.
So while Chagga was waiting outside, Dugan, you were there's a few downtimes where you were just patrolling.
Yeah.
and like relaxing, and you had something that you needed to go pick up at Granomir's, and there's this really, really rotund man waiting outside of Granomir's. He is like sticks out like a sore thumb. Like Chagga's token is based off of this image.
Yes, I've seen the
image. He is wearing, despite his largesse, he's wearing masterwork breastplate that looks like it was pulled from a crypt somewhere. He's got a scythe on his back and a tower shield, and he's like doing the kind of fat man squat on a on like a crate just outside of Granomir's.
Okay. Oh well, what we got here? Pops just turns visible just in front of him.
Hold on, I don't have their tokens. how much was the gold armor again?
Oh, I don't remember.
It turned out after I redid the. So here are some of the plot items that the party needs to deal with.
Where am I looking?
I'm just pasting.
Okay.
About 2,100. And then they've got the 10,000 gold piece adamantine scale mail. And then this $7,000 gold book, or this $7,000 book that might be useful to warriors. And there's Dugganschmirf. Okay, so what does Chagga see? Just somebody.
It's Dugganschmirf. He's like on top of the where the sign jets out. He's like sitting on top of that. You're supposed to be some kind of mercenary or something.
Oh, hello there. Are you some sort of fairy?
Some sort of fairy. I am the fairy in these parts. I am the mighty Dugganschmirf. I know you've heard my name.
Well, I have at least once. Chagga smiles.
Duggan chooses to believe that.
What
Of course
Chagga,
you have.
What Chagga actually meant was just now. Don't mind me. I am simply the mercenary for a patron of this magic shop.
Oh,
You're not going to try to rob us, are you?
you're telling me Granomir's hired you to guard his shop?
Oh no, I'm not guarding Granomir. I am the mercenary guarding one of the patrons.
Ah, well, who's Mr. Fancy Pants in there? He's trying to look past him. Oh, I see why they hired you. You're very difficult to get past.
Oh yes, thank you for noticing. Chagga rolls his eyes. Oh yes, more fat jokes, great. So, you said that you run this place. Are you some sort of failed industrialist?
Failed industrialist? No. I'm a very successful gang.
A gang?
Well, not just me. I mean, there's others in my gang. Very successful.
A gang of fairies sounds actually quite horrifying.
Aye, we drive you mad. Make you kill yourself.
Oh, I highly doubt that. If I was to kill myself, I would have done it a long time ago.
Oh, this sounds like a sad story that I don't want to hear.
Not really.
So, make perception checks.
Perception 5.
Oh no! Oh no!
8.
Okay.
Is he stealing something from Chagga?
No,
Bastard.
right now. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you had a small pouch on you to buy some food later. That was the coins you brought. You lost maybe 10 gold pieces.
Okay, well, all right. I'm just going to subtract that from the party treasure because Chagga actually doesn't have any money. But I'll subtract that from the.
Well, I'm sure the two of them would have taken some of the coin just to say we need
I'll
to
subtract
eat.
10 gold from the party treasure.
I'll put it on Duggan's. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that.
Put it on Duggan's sheet, you bastard.
Oh, are you gonna be in? Are you gonna be in the stacks long?
Oh, I don't think so. We're just passing through.
Do you need a guide? Because I know the place quite well.
Oh, no, we are able to find our way here. Thank you. Chagga's trying to deflect a little bit. I don't know. I'll give you a bluff. He's not actually a guard, and he's just been feeding you a pack of lies, and it's his charisma.
Okay. Dugganschmirf, fortunately.
8.
He can probably beat the 8.
Oh no, we'll toddle off on our own.
Oh, so you don't live anywhere nearby. Yeah, I automatically beat that.
No, we don't.
Oh, well, okay then. I guess I'll let you be on your way.
Well, not until my patron needs to go, although it's been very informative.
Hi, you looking for warriory places? Or does that not interest your patron?
He's more of a bookworm.
Does Chagga have anything that would identify him as someone from Clan Dune? Or Clan Dune, the Dune family?
Okay. He's got a holy symbol.
Okay. No, Dugan's not picking up on that. Okay.
I'm trying to see his armor ends up being it was not from his family anymore because he dumped that armor, and it was just some shitty split mail. So
Okay.
no, he doesn't have any regalia. He doesn't have any rings. Doesn't have any amulets. He doesn't have any signet rings. Like he wasn't trusted with anything from his family, so he didn't get anything.
And nor should you when you're on the run.
Yep. The only thing that may be weird would be the masterwork side that he built with him, but it's probably more garish and gruesome than telling of his family.
But if you are looking for a fine armor shop, can I hang on as I check the shops again?
Yeah.
Can I recommend the Hobgoblin's Arsenal and the Old Scale Armory for your warrior needs?
Are they here in this neighborhood, or are we going to have to go far?
No, they're just around the corner there, the one, and then the other corner for the Old Scale Armory.
What did you say your name was?
It's the mighty Dugganschmirf.
Dugganschmirf?
Schmerf.
Dugganschmirf.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Yeah, I see. And you said you were a part of a gang.
Aye. Quite influential, if you ask anyone.
And
I'm known.
And you're an underling in said gang.
Yeah, sort of.
Hmm.
I mean, we all have to report to someone, right?
What is this gang called?
It's a Steel Rose Watch. Because we're watching you. Keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, honestly, I've never heard of them.
We're relatively new, but we're making a name. You'll know to hear of us soon.
We did come across some of the executioners the other day, a rather unsavory lot.
I can't say we've had much to do with them.
Seriously, they're just up there.
Yeah, they stay in their neighborhood. They know it's good for them.
Oh, okay.
Like you said, a gang full of fairies. We're terrifying.
Is there a gang we should worry about in the foreign market?
On the foreign market, makes acknowledge local. Yeah, he gets a 20, so he knows exactly who's there. Mark doesn't quite remember, so he's gonna go check.
They're called the Menace.
You gotta watch out.
And they have patrolling the neighborhood at night. People called the night watchmen or the night sheriffs. Hobgoblins, basically. Hobgoblin gang.
It's not surprisingly a hobgoblin gang. Call themselves the Menace. It's at night you gotta watch out for them. They got the night watchman out, and then it's just best not to be caught there at night.
Oh, I appreciate that. We thought that we would go there and get some food.
Oh, they got some fine noodles, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I'm looking forward to
Aye,
buying
just
some lunch. And Chagga pats the coin purse that you just, or the area the coin purse is. He doesn't notice that it's gone.
Aye, just remember, sun up to sundown. It's fine.
There are large
You'll be-
parts of Chagga's belt that he can't see.
Well, I'll let you and your patron get on with your shopping.
Oh, thank you, Dugganschmirf.
And if you need anything, ask for the Steel Rose watch. We make fine guides at a very reasonable price.
Noted.
And Dugan flies away. And your perception's what again?
5.
Yeah, so you can't see him following you.
Okay. Little fucking bastard. So he's now perched like a gargoyle on top of the building
Yeah.
when Barnabus comes out and they're talking about the spectacles and how much money and I spoke to a little blue fairy, if you didn't believe that. He apparently calls himself Dugganschmirf the Mighty. He was only this tall. And he says that they're part of a gang called the Steel Rose Watch. Curious, however, when I asked them about their relationship with the executioners, they said they didn't have any.
Oh, he's probably like... Oh, fuck.
Barnabas.
Yeah. Oh, he's fair. He's probably lying. He's known for trickery, right?
Yes, he was wearing a little... Chagga stops. You see that building there? The weird flower on the side of the building?
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing that as a signia, like a little rose on his lapel.
That.
They called themselves the Steel Rose Watch, yes.
Knowledge local. Let's see if you can... Oh, that's the Steel Rose Mill.
Definitely locals. Maybe he wasn't lying about that. I say, a gang of fairies sounds absolutely dreadful.
I would tend to agree. I would prefer to avoid that.
He wanted us to, he was offering us service as a guide. Either he wanted some money for walking us around his neighborhood, or leading us into a trap.
Oh, this is Southwold. Everyone's looking to grift you.
I say we leave him some money, so he'll leave us alone.
Oh, where you want to leave it?
Just on this bench here. One of the vermin will pick it up, I'm sure.
Right. 5 gold pieces or something. Oh, it'll be enough to...
I'm going to show where my pouch went. Chagga's checking around for his pouch. Can't find it.
So under the stool, drop it here.
Oh, the cut strings. Apparently he's already got something.
Well, fuck him then. Takes the 5 gold coins back.
It could have been him.
Oh, well, maybe he was just distracting you, or one of his little friends took your money.
Yeah, most straightforward. Let's hurry back. I suppose with your credit, we don't need to worry.
It's our credit. Relax.
Yes.
Do you want to have a look inside, see if there's anything you like? I can move some of the things closer to the center of the shelves if you're concerned.
Yeah, no, Chagga was. I'm sort of set on armor.
All right.
A better armor, a better shield.
Maybe we can ask someone who can find an armory.
Oh, it's the little Dugganschmirf, the little blue fairy. He's only this tall. It gets smaller each time.
Yeah, it's just weird.
He said that there was an old-scale armory. Something about a hobgoblin's arsenal.
All right, does he say where?
Yeah, she's in the neighborhood somewhere. I'm sure this neighborhood's not all that big. Maybe we could find it.
I'm sure we could ask about, and that's what you do.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, let's just go back.
all right, now we got our credit.
They
Next thing we want to sell.
go back to the tower. I don't know
Yep.
how far Dugan follows back to the tower.
Duggan follows him right to the tower.
Bastard. Probably kill us. Single-handedly.
Where'd he go?
We got attacked by a fairy.
These fairies are horrible.
All right, so you can hand the stick back.
Yep, I hand the stick back.
Yeah, it's right here. And yeah, so the rest of downtime. So let's go back to the tower. Junker and Alistair, they kind of settle in a little bit. At least they're not like at each other's throats. There's still lots of money to be made. Junker and Ghost look a little annoyed when you come back with a lot of credit, not worth what you said the gems were.
Relax. I'm taking my cut out of the next bit of armor and whatnot. It'll all be even at the end. And if you want anything from Granomir's shop, you take the receipt, you say, I'm here with the professor, you buy what you like.
Yeah, they're fine with that. And they know how much money is left. It's going to take you multiple trips to this armor and weapon shop.
Yeah, and that's why we've got the fucking wagon too, is for all the armor and shit.
Yep. Chagga does mention offhand while he's cooking dinner that there's a gang of fairies. Ghost and Junker look upset at that. They don't seem to like that idea. You just pluck off their wings, says Alistair. I hear you could snort them.
Oh, yeah, you can. Wouldn't recommend telling them you do that, though.
If they're dead, who cares?
Oh, it's the ones who aren't dead that come after you.
Yeah, let them try.
They take your things, drive you mad, make you believe things that aren't real, Alistair.
It's strange having a meal with a rat wandering around the table, but given you know what Junker's rat can do, you kind of let this slide.
You let it go, yeah.
But
there is that moment where you're eating and you just look at the rat and go, really?
Does it have to be nibbling at the edge of my plate? Yeah. You guys have a weird dinner together. A couple of evenings of going back and forth to the armor shop go by. Barnabas, it's at night again.
Oh no.
You've been to the market a few times, so you've got betting and a few other things.
Yeah.
Oh, the rat's not there. Okay, Barnabas, you can hear. And there's a green glow from under your door, and it kind of passed as if somebody was walking.
All right, now he's up.
Where the fuck am I?
Quietly opens the door.
Okay. You heard this weird reverberation. Like you saw sort of like a green glowing figure turning around the corner close to where Alistair was. And like the echoing of the footfalls, of the footsteps,
Mm-hmm.
are coming from some other place. Like,
I guess we'll follow the light.
okay,
Oh.
the light. Where am I? You hear a voice. Chagga in his nightshirt, which is a chain shirt, comes jingling out. He's like, huh? "Hello, is somebody there?"
Oh, you, Chagga.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. Did you see it?
I think something went down the stairs. It's still glowing.
You should go check.
Yes, we should go check.
Yeah, we should after you.
Perhaps the stairs are rather tight. Maybe you should go first.
Fucking serious right now? Cast mage armor. Fuck. Unreasonable. Really is unreasonable. I'm doing this.
Let me just check Chaga's spells. Might be casting something as he's going down the stairs. Chagga is going to cast a protection from evil. And then he follows. Where am I? You can hear this reverberating voice. You guys go down the stairs, and the green glow is receding underneath the door.
Yeah, Barnabas hurries and opens the door. Hey, wait!
Oh, where am I? Don't understand. Where's my
Maybe we can help.
Where's my sword?
Does it sound familiar?
Yep.
Boy, it's that fucking Lloes.
What?
Listen to him. Lloes.
I'm afraid. Where's my sword?
Psst.
Okay, you can see the green glow receding.
Fuck, you might take my treasure.
You hustle over, and you can see, the treasure is still there, and there are still bits and bobs and things. And you notice that there is one particular thing that is inside of a chain shirt that you guys captured that is glowing green.
Okay. What is that?
I don't know. Junker and Ghost were in charge of organizing the armor.
I don't remember armor that was supposed to do that.
No, you don't remember any magical armor. There's definitely a suit of chain shirt that is wrapped around something about the size of a bread box and round, like a cylinder.
Lloes?
Okay, the green of the glow is dying down, and you no longer hear a voice. What is it? What's in there?
Knowledge, religion. 19.
You really need to see. I don't know what the question is.
What was that?
You don't know, but there is an object that is stooshed inside of a chain shirt.
Oh, it's an object. Okay.
Yeah, there's a bundle or a cylinder.
All right. We'll mage hand the chain shirt so the bundle falls out.
Okay, so you mage hand the shirt down a little bit, and you can see there is an object that is wrapped around the chain shirt.
Okay. Well, now we're just going to have to actually touch it.
Okay, it is a. Well, you saw dozens of these things.
Oh, it's one of them fucking jars.
It is a funerary urn, and you know exactly where it came from. Not specifically, but what general area it came from. Those sticky-fingered little ratlings. They must have stole one of the funerary jars from one of the crypts when you guys weren't looking.
Fucking little fucking rats. They brought a ghost into the house. Well, the rat was bad. They brought ghosts.
Yeah, I could have swore I heard whose voice.
I did too.
Chagga, you notice that Chagga wears like gloves on his fingers most of the time, and he's going to take off his gentlemanly gloves. They're the type of gloves you'd like slap somebody with. Like I'm just gonna put white leather gloves on Chagga's hands.
Yeah.
Should I touch these?
Might be the only way we get any answers.
Yes, but I have cast a protection from evil. I will not get good results, however. I must expose myself to danger.
I'm here. What could go wrong?
You know that wand of yours?
Which one?
Any of them. Take it out.
He pulls out the wand of magic missile. All right, ready.
Okay. Chagga dispels the protection. He takes off one of his gloved hands and he reaches out. Wish me luck.
All right, good luck.
He touches the artifact and then he seems to grab a hold of it. Oh! Chagga falls back, which makes sort of a cacophony as the many 100-pound man falls to the ground.
I would help you up, but I don't think I can.
There's something inside there.
Is it Lloes?
He doesn't bother kind of getting up. He just sort of scooches along the ground towards it and reaches out across the floor. Touches it again, kind of putting his fingers into the eye sockets of the weird, I don't know, I think it's like a dog skull.
That's weird.
Lloes, is that you? Oh, by the gods, it is you. I don't know. No, it's all right. We'll figure this out. You just wait in there. He glances up at Barnabas. We'll help you. Barnabas and I are here. This is a dangerous place. Yes. No. It's difficult to tell. I don't know. He takes his hand off. Lloes is in there.
Right.
He's very green. He wants to know where his sword is. He wants to know where he is. And most importantly, he wants to know if he's dead.
Well, you can tell him that, he's probably dead.
I don't think I need my psychic touch to speak with him. All I think you need to do is to touch that funerary urn.
But you were doing so good, though. I'd hate to step on your toes.
He puts on his glove again and kind of with the folds of a cloak puts it up on the table.
Right.
We're definitely not selling this thing.
Or if it's got Lloes' soul in it, no.
Souls are supposed to go to the afterlife.
Yeah, but this came from prison for souls. These act like the prison cells. We took one with us.
I didn't take it. Maybe it was
Well,
Alistair. It was the rats. It was probably the rats.
right, either way, it's not impossible. Alice, Lloes died.
He looks at that bundle of armor. Is the armor that we took out with us from the crypt. Those little bastards had it the night at the fountain
Oh,
when Lloes
right.
was lying in the cart. He was lying right on this.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's when he clutched his chest. He spent all night just lying there. Do you think? Do you think that he is dead?
It might not be. It's hard to say. His soul was damaged.
Chagga grabs your wrist. Puts your
What?
hand on it.
Don't wait. Oh.
Are you resisting or are you?
No, but he's like, why? Why? Why would you do that?
Hello? Somebody there?
Oh, yeah, no, she's Barnabus.
Okay, you can see Lloes. He is very green.
You're looking a little under the weather.
Do you know where my sword is?
Yeah. Oh, well, not exactly. I know who has it.
He's in kind of an empty space, and it does feel like it's rounded a little bit, like he's standing like a miniature Lloes is standing inside of the
Okay.
inside the jar.
Yeah, you're
Is Chagga there?
yeah, Chagga's here. He's standing right next to me.
I can sense you.
Yeah, well, apparently if someone touches your jar, we can speak.
Wait a minute. I think I know the way out. And the word out stops, and his little there's a chill up your spine, and he's not in the jar anymore. Like there's the connection kind of broke, and
Yeah.
there's this like flickering into existence. There's this green glow, and Lloes is standing right beside you, transparent and all.
Yep, it's a soul.
Hi.
Hey,
Where are we?
we are in the tower of the wizard Bellifort.
You guys look strange.
Yeah, well, it's not actually us, I don't think. No, yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Why not? You're all glowing.
No, you're the one who's you've had an experience, Lausch, where your soul has been removed from your body. Now that may be because you passed on, or it might just be your sister decided, hey,
I'm dead?
no, we don't know that, but there's a good possibility.
He tries to like push his hand right through the table, like slap the top of the
Yeah.
table, and it goes right through. Oh,
You
Where's
are,
my-
however, an incorporeal soul. That much is sure.
where's my sword? I think I dropped it.
Yeah, no, your sister had it when she absconded with your body.
Lilith? I dreamt of Lilith. And he goes wandering through you. It's
Don't-
really cold, and he's like looking around.
All right, that is beyond rude.
Is my
Never do
sword
that
in
again.
here? And he's looking at some of the items.
All right,
You can
I
see
get
him,
that.
you can see his hand passing through some of
Yeah.
the items.
I get that this can be confusing for you.
When he touches, let's say something you know that was magical, one of the magical quarterstaffs.
Mhm.
it kind of shifts a little bit. Like he was able to bat it, but his hand still sort of passed through it, but much slower. I can't pick these up.
Yeah, well, you're what we call incorporeal.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, you can't touch most things.
Oh.
Things that are magical, they have a bit more texture for you, but you still pass through it.
Okay, he's like, I feel a bit itchy, and you can see the wounds he had from the Carn White. He turns a little bit, and you can see like the wound is all festered and opened, and kind of like the wound is crawling and jagged.
Chugga, you might be able to fix that for him.
I'm not too sure what's going on there. Oh, it's a bit itchy.
Yeah, that's where you was stabbed with that Carn White. That's where your soul was damaged.
I dreamt of my sister. We were playing like we did as kids.
Yeah, she a bit of a bitch, you know that, right?
She gave me a hug and said sorry.
That she took your body and left you without one. Yeah, that deserves an apology.
And she took my sword. His hair goes straight out and he glows fiercely, and there's a palpable aura that comes off of him.
Your priorities are disturbingly out of whack.
I had things to do.
Right.
I was to become a swordsman. The greatest swordsman that ever lived.
Sure, but now, if you'd like, you could probably. He's looking at the jar. We'll figure out a way for you to pass on.
She took my body.
Yes,
she flew away.
Yeah, she did that.
Ah! I'll go find her. You notice he starts flying through part of the wall. He gets to about.
Barnabas just picks up the jar. It's like, oh, he's bound to this. He's coming back.
he gets to about here when the green light disappears, and then there's a flash of green light from the jar. And you're picking up the jar.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! He's yelling inside the jar.
All
hey!
right. Time to calm down.
Why am I back in here?
Someone took one of these soul prisons from the soul prison that you was in earlier.
Yeah, well, let me out. And he spends a moment and he manifests back out of here.
Well, it might be as simple as smashing this jar, but it might be more complicated. Best we find out before we do anything.
Don't do that, is what he says. It's mine.
This. You feel some sort of sentiment towards it?
He flickers and disappears, and then he's on the other side of you. Put it down.
All right, he puts it down.
Okay. Then Lloes goes back to looking around, and he seems to calm down. Like the emotions are.
All right. That's interesting. Very.
It's good to see your face, Lloes. Are you injured? I don't think so. It's a little itchy.
Beg to differ.
Anyway, we'll find you a sword. I want my sword. We'll find you a sword, and then perhaps your sword. There's nothing particularly special about your sword, though. It wasn't magic yet. I need a sword.
All right, we'll find a
swordsman
sword.
must have a sword.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Where did she go? Where did she go with my body?
We don't know. She flew away. Last I checked, but none of us can fly.
Lilith! He goes running and then appears back into his jar again. Lilith! I suppose he has to learn.
Well, it's going to take him a while by the looks of it.
He tries to dive into the ground. It doesn't work too well. He flies up into the through the ceiling, yelling Lilith. Back away.
Yeah, we'll let him do his thing.
You realize that he only has about a 50-foot range from the
jar.
funerary. He eventually just flickers and.
Yeah.
I am bound to this.
Yeah, you are. It could be worse.
Two of you will help me, will you not?
Barnabas looks at Chagga.
We are friends, Lloes. We got into this trouble together. You could help us if we could help you.
I'm sure there's a solution. Somehow.
Can you still cast spells? I don't know. Let me try. He just cast mage armor. Ah, it works.
All right.
Chagga starts laughing. the weird reverberating laughter from Lloes. What are we laughing about?
Yeah, I don't know what you think is funny.
If you're a spirit, Lloes, well, no one's going to expect it, and you might be quite powerful.
Yeah, we won't be out of breath anymore. That much for sure.
No, I feel fine.
Really?
Full of energy. Do you know anything about ghosts, Barnabas?
A bit here and there. Yes, I do. What do you need to know?
Would he make a good spy running through walls like that?
Yeah, you can go invisible and just.
Oh yeah, like this. And he uses his ninja trick and he turns invisible. He then is undetectable by sound.
And he wouldn't set off tremor sense.
He's just on the other side of you.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd hit you with. His hand passes through you.
Okay, stop fucking doing that, mate. It's not funny.
He accidentally tries to attack Barnabas. Let's see if he hit Barnabas. His finesse melee is +7.
No, it's probably gonna hit.
22 touch.
Yep.
Okay, give me a fort save as he almost stops your heart.
Yeah, guess who doesn't have a great fort save? The sorcerer bard. Barnabas. It's 5. No, natural 20.
Okay. This is aging damage.
What are you doing to me?
Where is the damage? $11 damage, save for half, so you take 5.
5.
5 damage that bypasses all damage reduction. It is considered magical aging attack.
Alright, what do I know about this type of damage?
Okay. Give me your. What was your knowledge religion?
Oh, hang on, I'll do that now. 5. Aging. AKA bullshit damage.
That wasn't counting as sneak attack.
Shut up! Can't accidentally sneak attack someone. I
No,
don't
no,
care
he's
what
like,
you say.
Oh.
20 plus 12. 35.
Oh yeah, that was the corrupting touch of a ghost. Lloes is undead. There's one last way of determining this. You could injure him and try to cure him with a like negative energy, I guess.
Alright, stop doing that. Never touch me again.
Oh, it looks like your wound is turning purple and wrinkly. Lloes is looking at his hands.
It is the corrupting touch of a ghost. He is no doubt undead. There's one thing we can do to make sure, though. Barnabus will hit him with a force bolt. Hold still.
Okay. What are you gonna touch him with? Or you try to injure him with positive energy?
No, it's a force bolt.
Okay.
It's what his bloodline power.
Okay.
If he didn't move, 1d4 plus 1, so 5 damage.
Ah! Why did you do that? And he floats up towards you.
To hurt you. Now, Chagga here is going to try and heal you with what ought to kill me.
Lloes floats back down to the ground. He's still looking at you. He's glowing pretty fiercely. His hair is all in the air. Chagga, I think, channels negative energy. Yeah, he's going to channel.
Believe so.
He's going to channel his big kaboom channel energy. He channels to heal undead, and you can see the wound on Ghost Lloes. The spirit of Lloes is indeed reknitting.
Yeah, he's a right proper spectre now.
It takes three channels, and Lloes is now just wandering around the room like the whole thing didn't happen. Just looking at stuff. Like he was angry one moment, and there was a flicker, and he's actually the other way and heading off. Like the movements are really weird and flickering in and out and turning on a dime.
Well, this just keeps getting better and better. We live with a psychotic child, 2 rats, a ghost, and a fucking lich.
Yes, we have a right menagerie of a necromancer, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we have our own gang, I suppose. This object is very, very interesting. When I touched it, I got the sense that it was crafted by some very powerful hands. From some clay from a very old place.
Barnabas will have a look at it.
Okay.
Closer look.
Knowledge religion. Or knowledge history.
It's my history. No, religion is higher, so 20.
It is an object of a very old god. The Order of Fossers would know more about it. This is like one of the canine head is associated with death somehow, and it comes from their ancient religions and rites. They worship gods that were old and powerful before the five-faced god was ever a thing.
Okay.
You're guessing something about the Orizini pantheon.
Okay.
This thing is truly old then. Like it's on the order of thousands of years old.
All right. I wonder if we could figure out how many souls have been interred in here.
Inside there, I only sensed one when I touched it.
No,
just me in
just-
there. Lloes is now just beside you guys, standing in the same pose that you guys are.
No, but I hypothesize that there have been others.
Well, it's mine now.
So it is, yeah.
It's like he's bound to it. Like our own souls are bound to our bodies. It isn't, for all intents and purposes, your body now, Lloes. No wonder you feel rather attached to it. I know that I am attached to mine, as flawed as it is. I'm sure Barnabas enjoys his own form and flesh.
Yeah, it does all right.
Yeah, it's my body. What do you mess with it?
Yeah, one of us is going to actually have to carry this thing.
Okay, he just seems to flicker and goes back inside of it.
Now Barnabas is thinking, what happens if I put it in an extra dimensional space?
Chagga shrugs. I suppose I can carry it. Especially if I get those muleback cords, I won't mind the weight.
Yeah, we'll find you them back cords.
You should probably get some backpack or something to put it in.
And yeah. Backpack. Stick into some bags of holding or handy haversacks. Always handy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happens if we put it in an extra-dimensional space. This thing might be an extra-dimensional space. It seems to have, well, space inside.
Well, if it is an extra dimensional space, then putting it in an extra dimensional space would be catastrophic.
Chagga wraps the cloak around it and picks it up. It's not too bad. It's a bit bulky.
It'll be fine once you get a backpack for it.
Yes. Yes, I'll carry him around as long as he doesn't feed on me. He actually takes off his glove again and has a conversation with Lloes. He's not going to feed on me. No. Oh, yes, we are glowy. It is our life force. Keep in mind that we are helping you and you're helping us. All right. Tucks his glove in a pocket and scoops up Lloes's funerary urn. He's carrying it upstairs. Mystery solved.
Well, at least maybe we can get some fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And how is this fucking glass not picked up yet?
I was just noticing that.
I'm not doing it.
We're really going to have to find him a sword. He seems to be hell-bent on becoming the best swordsman ever.
Yeah, I don't know how we make a ghost sword, though, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I suppose we could ask. Bringing him close to that might be a bad idea.
Yeah. Best tell him to stay away from the lich.
All right. At least I'll have my friend to talk to now. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Chugga spends like 5 minutes trying to find a good place to arrange it in the room. Like, no, over here. No, I want you on it over here.
Well, now we have someone to guard the tower while we're sleeping.
I suppose he won't get tired now, will he?
Nope.
Horses don't get tired. He did not look like he was out of breath.
No, never gets tired, never gets, well, hungry.
He does
No.
seem to get angry quite quickly.
He also seems to recover from it quite quickly.
Yes, a bit erratic, I suppose.
We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm going to sleep with the light on.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. You're the one with a ghost in your room. He just walks on, like, leaves him with that thought.
Thank you, Barnabus. You can hear his bed squeaking underneath his weight. The most comforting thought, that is. What an asshole. Okay. I think with the downtime, you guys are able to sell your goods.
Okay.
The downtime roll for Master of Puppets was as such. You've got 15 days of downtime until there is an adventure hook, and we roll for adventure. And during that time, you're able to sell all of your magical gear. And this Dugganschmirf fellow did not lie to you. About there being a magic shop in his neighborhood. However, you lose about 100 gold in the trips back and forth.
Oh, shit.
You can add 100 gold to Dugganschmirf's character sheet.
Sure. I'll put it under taxes.
Sure. These guys must be rich. They live in a tower.
Yep.
Not sure which neighborhood this tower belongs to.
Is it ours? Is it theirs?
So I'm going to add the monetary amounts to the shops, which I think may have just upgraded the armor shop. Let me see.
I think, yeah.
The weapon shop. Sorry, you had a lot of weapons. Yes, the weapon shop is now considered a small town, so I will update that offline. I'm just going to make a note. Upgrade. Oh, one that's going to crash on me because I used a color.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. One note. Alright, I will just remember, I guess, and then so all of those were sold. Okay, I've already subtracted the 100 gold pieces lost. And then the armor, you have about 1,700 gold pieces worth of stuff sold to the old scale armory, which is not enough to upgrade it, but it is getting close. Got another 6 grand away.
Cool.
Okay. Give me a knowledge arcana or a diplomacy check.
I will go with knowledge arcana. 30.
You did ask the armor smith. He did tell you, or sorry, the weaponsmith at the Hobgoblin's Arsenal. While they don't have one, let me just check. There is a weapon quality that you learn about called Ghost Touch.
Okay.
That may be a thing you want to invest in if you wanted to get Lloes' sword.
Is it expensive?
It's a
knows it
plus
is.
1 quality on top of a plus 1 weapon. So it would be about 8,300 gold pieces plus the weapon.
Plus weapon cost.
He doesn't have one, and he doesn't have the shop to sell you one, so you don't
have to go elsewhere or wait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and then the actual money. So let me divide by what? Divide by 5.
There's 5 of us, I guess.
Or are you giving Lloes a share?
Lloes is dead. When he helps out, when he survives an adventure, he gets a share.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I think there's a vote on that. Chagga votes that Lloes gets a share for a sword. Ghost actually liked Lloes, so yes. Junker doesn't want to. The actual rats disagree on something. And then Alistair, fuck that. He wants his own share. So you guys actually, if you vote that way, you outvote Chagga and Ghost for giving Lloes a share.
It's not like we're not going to look after him. It's just we don't know what to get him. Plus, he can't even carry it.
Okay, everyone's share is 5,095. And Chagga says, why don't we put the 3 grand that you already spent towards Lloes' blade?
Fine.
Okay.
Compromise.
All right, I'm going to paste onto your sheets your money. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for 3rd level characters.
It's actually the wealth they probably should have.
Actually, you're right. I think it's 6,000 for a 3rd level character.
Plus some of the gear you've already picked
up.
But
yeah, plus gear we've already got. So
the thing about wealth is you have to always be on your way to achieving the next level's wealth.
Yeah. Sometimes you're a little early, sometimes you're a little late. Mm-hmm. You're probably going to notice.
It's very easy to fall behind, and then sometimes it's like, yeah, I've got a plus 1 blade, but really, is that 2 grand? It's like a third of my wealth.
Yeah.
All right. So we've divvied the wealth, and then that took 5. There were 2 of you selling. You did get through Granomir's in one shot, though. So yeah, it took you about 10 days to sell everything the way that you guys were going. You have 5 days of purchasing, which is 5 grand of wealth. So you could spend up to your the money that you have.
Okay. Barnabas has already got so much. The headband alone, like by our house rules, is worth 8. So he's got nothing to complain about.